are well and having a beautiful day so far. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'm going to give you a little tour of our kitchen space and just kind of share all the little styling elements, the appliances, the materials we used when we were designing our kitchen, and if there's anything I would change, just all the details. So I'm really looking forward to it. And if you aren't familiar with our home, we actually moved into this house in December of 2020. So mid-December, we've lived here for about 6 months, and we keep doing little projects to make it a home, but I really love this space and I'm so thankful. And the kitchen was definitely what I was most excited about before moving in, because I do love spending time in the kitchen and cooking and baking and hosting, all that good stuff. I really do believe it's the heart of the home. So excited to share. And then I'm also going to take you around the dining room because it's just right here. It's just around the corner. So might as well, but let's get into it and begin with the kitchen island. One of my favorite things about our kitchen is the island because it is so large and we can actually fit 4 bar stools under the counter, and you know, it's a great space for cooking, chopping, prepping, all of the, you know, crucial things for a kitchen if you love to cook. And for the countertop slab, we went with quartz, which I am such a big fan of the material quartz because it is so durable, but it's so stunning. So ours is kind of like a faux marble kind of quartz, and seriously, it's so much more affordable than actual marble, but I still believe it looks so lovely. And I just love not having to worry about, you know, spilling different oils or spices and staining the stone, because the quartz, it just wipes off so easily and doesn't leave a mark. So I would definitely recommend quartz. And then our bar stools, these are actually one of the first things I ordered for our home. So I ordered these when we were still in our small apartment, and I ordered all 4 of them like a couple months before our house was even finished because I loved them, and you know, they were on sale because they are a little bit pricier, and furniture in general is just pricey, but these were running a big sale, so I ordered them ahead of time, and I'm so glad they worked out and fit really nicely in the space. And for kitchen island styling, we keep it pretty simple. We don't normally have this absolutely gorgeous bouquet of flowers in the middle, but my friend Julie, her and her mom own a florist and events company, and she dropped those off for me last week, which was so sweet, and they really just brighten up our kitchen so much. And I love to pick up fresh flowers from Trader Joe's. I feel like their flowers are, you know, really fairly priced and really just make you smile every morning when you come into your kitchen. So I do try to have some fresh flowers if I can, and eucalyptus and baby's breath is a great option because you can purchase them and they really do last months and they look good even when they are more dried out. So if you're kind of looking to add more, you know, life to your kitchen space, definitely try that. And then the other little components of our kitchen, I always have a candle. I love to burn this when we have guests over or just after dinner. And then we have this really cute trivet, which I found at Home Goods, and I will try to link similar ones for you all, but it's actually wood, which is a little risky because obviously this is a splash zone, and you know, you want to be careful with getting wood wet. That was kind of like a tongue twister, but thankfully it's held up pretty well. And I just have 2 little brushes on here, and I honestly don't use these brushes too much. I basically just use my sponge, which we keep in the sink, just hanging right here. And then we have this cute little bottle of soap that my mother-in-law actually got us for Christmas, and we've just been filling it up because I actually love the design of this bottle. And then we have this little marble bowl, which we'll take our wedding rings and stuff off when we're washing dishes. I usually wear my rubber gloves, but my husband will take his off and just set it in that bowl so it's nice and safe. And then I know this isn't the cutest dish soap dispenser, but super practical, and it is sleek looking. So we just keep that right over there. And then for dish drying rack, we have this nice one from West Elm, and it's great because it kind of blends in since it's white and just very modern and sleek looking, and obviously super practical because we just have a constant rotation of dirty dishes. We actually replaced this faucet ourselves. We ordered this one from Amazon. It's a great affordable price for a faucet. They can get quite expensive, so I'm really happy I found this one, and I love the pull out feature and has a spray feature or just, you know, the regular water flow. So super great, and my husband Brandon was able to install it, which I'm so thankful. He's so handy. And then for our sink, we actually have a quartz sink. So it is a white quartz sink, and I love it. I'm so happy we went with this because I wasn't totally sold on the farmhouse sink, and this is kind of great because it's still that white bright color, which I really love, and I think it's easier to keep clean even though it's white than stainless steel, because with the stainless steel you always have little water droplet stains and whatnot. I usually just clean it with some baking soda and vinegar, and that does the trick, but I really love it, and it's such a great size. Another little trick I love for under the sink is to place a command hook on one of your shelves, and then we keep a little rag in here, and this isn't our hand rag, what we normally use. We keep that hanging on the oven, but I'll use this to wipe the counters every once in a while, or wipe the sink, and it's just more kind of a cleanup rag, but this is such a great place to put it so it's kind of out of the way but still easily accessible. And to the side of our refrigerator, we have our pantry, which I've done a whole entire video on the pantry organization, creating labels, and adding all of the dry goods to the containers. So I'll link that below if you're interested, but I really love this space. It's the perfect size for us, and I try to keep it as organized as possible, but I mean, there's still is some chaotic little sections of the pantry, but I feel like having the clear containers really helps, and it's been great too for when I'm making the grocery list. You can easily see how much you have left of an ingredient. So I really love the clear container method. I feel like some people don't love it, but I'm here for it. And these 3 baskets that I have at the bottom, I purchased from Home Goods, and these are kind of just the messier spots of the pantry where we just have like a bunch of different chip bags and nut bags and all that kind of stuff, where it's just a little more, you know, not as structured. But it's great because having them all in the baskets makes it appear more structured and gives it the organized look while it's really not even that organized. And I did quickly want to touch on our fridge. So when we purchased our home, it came with all of the appliances besides our refrigerator and our washer and dryer upstairs. So we had to do some research and choose what kind of refrigerator we wanted, which honestly was quite overwhelming because there's so many choices, and if you've never purchased a refrigerator before, they kind of all look the same and you're not really sure what to look for. But I'm really thankful we went with this one. I really don't have any complaints, and the ice is amazing, and I am such an ice girl. Like, I am sipping on ice water all day long, 24/7, and you know I love my iced coffee time, so crushed ice is very important to me, and this fridge makes like very soft ice, if that makes sense. There are some times though when the ice maker, the crushed ice part will get stuck, and I just have to stick my hand in and flip it out. It's a very simple fix, but I guess that is my only complaint. But it's a great size, we can fit everything, and we did purchase the counter depth fridge. So when you're looking to purchase a refrigerator, they'll have the standard depth and then also the counter depth. And basically the counter depth is just more aligned with the counter, so it's a little shallower, but it still has been plenty of space. And this is my first refrigerator where it's, you know, all fridge on the top and then the freezers on the bottom, which I really like because I never, you know, it's much more frequent for me to go in the fridge opposed to the freezer, so you're not kind of leaning down as much. Now it's time to move on to my favorite part of our kitchen, which is our little coffee bar section. Cheers to my fellow coffee lovers. So I actually have a fairly new addition to this section, and that is my Smeg coffee grinder, which it is expensive, but I did my research and the reviews are amazing, and it really is such a great machine and powerful machine, and I feel like it's gonna last me for many, many years to come. Also, while we're here, I did want to note one upgrade I'm so happy we did in the design center when we were designing our home is the under the cabinet lighting. I absolutely love it. We pretty much have it on all night while we're kind of doing things in the living room. It's just so cozy, and I feel like it really elevates our kitchen, and that is something a little trickier to kind of do yourself unless you do puck lights and whatnot. But I definitely would recommend that upgrade if you're into the kind of the more cozy lighting. And Also, back to the coffee, by the coffee grinder, I have my Breville Bambino, which is an espresso machine that I love. It has a little place where you can froth your milk as well, and it's nice and compact, which is wonderful because, you know, some of the machines are quite big, but I'm happy it doesn't take up too much counter space. And then this cute little trivet I purchased from HomeGoods as well. So both of my trivets are from there. And this is where I house my little coffee syrups. And I got this idea from a YouTuber named Julia Havens. I absolutely love her home decor style, and I thought this was such a cute look. And these little decanter jars are from Amazon, and they really are so beautiful, such wonderful detail. And you can just pour your coffee in here, your syrup on your coffee. I will say though, it is very hard for the liquid to come out. Like, it comes out super slowly, which honestly I like because I don't want it too sweet. But if you like more of a strong pour of the coffee syrup, it's gonna be quite frustrating because it comes out in like tiny little droplets and you kind of have to shake it. But I will say it did come with additional tops. So it came with these little kind of glass toppers. We keep all of our mugs and our glasses, which when I was trying to decide where to put everything in our kitchen, this is the one that definitely was the most obvious because obviously the fridge is right here and then the coffee machines are right here. So it makes sense to kind of house everything in this space. And then in this corner over here, we just have our lonely little bananas in the fruit bowl, but I really love this bowl. I also found this at HomeGoods, and I love the wood texture it adds. And in these cabinets over here, this one is where we keep all of our vitamins and supplements, and then under here I have my espresso canister. Oh, that was kind of loud. Canister where it's kind of sealed airtight, and just some other random coffee supplies. And then in this cabinet, we have our bowls, our plates, our serving dishes, and it looks kind of bare, but it goes all the way up, and we just have kind of miscellaneous party paper goods and whatnot. And then over in this little section, we have our Smeg toaster, which is just such a great pop of color, and now it matches with my coffee grinder, which is just a great pop of blue. I love little pops of blue and pink and kind of pastels like that. So we love this. We've had it for 2.5 years now, ever since we got married, because it was a wedding gift. We added it to our wedding registry, and it's worked fabulously. So no complaints there. And then I have this little spoon dish, or spoon rest, I should say, and it is from Anthropologie. I've had it for a while, but I'll try to find a similar one for you all. And I love how the base really kind of goes well with the toaster. So that works out. And then our spoon holder is from HomeGoods. And it's funny because it actually has words on the other side. Well, it just says one word, utensils, which I think is really cute, but I actually just like the simple kind of concrete material, and I love just the texture that this adds as well. And then all the wood spoons. And tip, if you have some kind of more colorful things like this, just put the colorful part, unless you want the colorful part to show, at the bottom so it can all kind of be neutral and they all blend well. And then in these two drawers, we have our cutting boards, which I love these bamboo cutting boards, and I have one from our place that's amazing. I'm trying to start steering clear of the plastic, so I haven't even been using the plastic ones as much, but the bamboo ones are wonderful and they really are beautiful as well. And then in this drawer, we have all of our utensils. The utensils we use the most are these gold ones and these matte black ones, and I really love both. I think the gold ones are my favorite. I really love the way the matte black ones look as well, but unfortunately they do kind of leave little watermarks even when they are clean. Like, this is clean as a whistle, but just kind of has different watermarks on it. So not sure what to do about that, but I'm not super concerned about it. And then I do get quite a few questions about our glass straws, which I love. I love my glass straws, and these kind of frosted ones are from Anthropologie. I'll see if they have them still, but I have had them for quite a bit, so I'll try to find similar ones, but these are great to reuse for your coffee time. Okay, now moving on to our stovetop section. I absolutely love having a gas range. It really is so fun to cook with like the actual fire. It's really, so it feels elevated, it does. It is kind of tricky to clean this though. I've had struggles with cleaning this. It's like stainless steel on the bottom and it just cannot stay clean, which I've just kind of accepted, and I'll kind of leave it dirty for a while, not just big chunks of food, but you know, little stains and whatnot, and then just clean it every week or every other week whenever I get the chance. But I really do love this section, and I always keep this little pot on the stove, or a little tea kettle I should say, the gooseneck tea kettle, and this is from Amazon. It is wonderful. I love it. I use it every single morning to make our coffee because we use the French press, which I'll show you in a second. One thing funny though, let me show you. So I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but it actually is quite small and it just barely fits in the center of the stove. So it'll kind of lean if you don't rest it perfectly. I've kind of got it mastered because I do it every morning, but if it's kind of a little not in the center, it'll just fall right through the cracks. So we have this beautiful kitchen runner from World Market, and I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful, but it's also so functional for a kitchen space because the pattern is wonderful. If you spill food all the time, which I certainly do, and my puppy Palmer will eat different treats and stuff on this rug, and you really can't tell when there are stains, and it just wipes really easily because it is a thinner material, but again, it's really durable even though it is kind of a thinner rug. So love this runner. And then under the stovetop, we just have a bunch of different big pans. And my Dutch oven is my favorite thing. I definitely would recommend adding that to your kitchen, or if you're getting married soon and you're having a wedding registry, definitely add a Dutch oven on there. And then these two really cute blue pots are both from Home Goods, which I love the blue color. So if you're looking for kind of a cute pastel pot, definitely check out your local Home Goods. Okay, in this little section over here, we have our knives, which were a birthday gift from my dad a few years ago, and they are from Amazon. They're good. I'm not like a knife expert. I don't really, a dull knife, if it's super dull, it does bother me, but you know, I'm not always just like concerned about sharpening them. Brandon, my husband, will sharpen them every once in a while, but I also have these new knives from our place, which I just keep in the drawer over there, and I really can tell the difference. Those are like significantly sharper and crisper, so you definitely want to have these sharpened, and if you're a knife and cooking connoisseur, these might not cut it for you, no pun intended, but they are visually pleasing and very clean looking over here. And then I have these two cutting boards, which I really like. I love the cutting board look rested on your backsplash. I think it's really pretty. And for us, we really went with like all white kitchen. So I love to add the little pops of color and the wood texture, cement, and just different kind of, you know, elements and dimension to kind of make the space more interesting. So I added these two. This one's from Terrain, and then this one's from Home Goods. And then I have this little sugar canister, which I don't even think I have sugar in here. I used to, but then I never used it. I just pulled the, oh, I do, surprise. I wouldn't eat that though, it's been there for a while. And then I also just keep my Brightland olive oils out, which these are the best olive oils you will ever have, and they're very visually stunning as well. So keep them on the counter. They're definitely countertop worthy. And then we just have our little paper towel dispenser back here. Not too exciting, but I like how it kind of just blends in with the backsplash and you don't really notice it. Also, I never even talked about our backsplash, but we just went with the regular white subway tile and we did a white grout, so it's so simple, but I just love how it's a blank canvas, and it was super affordable in the design center. It was probably like the most affordable thing you could do, so that was a plus. And for me, I really love decorating for fall and Christmas and just all the different holidays, so having this kind of clean white space works for me because I can add all those different pops of color and nothing really clashes with it. And then in these drawers, I honestly don't even remember. Oh, my spice drawer, of course. This is actually very exciting. So I organized the spices and put on these labels during quarantine. So last year, what a time, but I'm happy I did that. And then in this drawer, what do we have? Oh, oven mitts. So we have oven mitts and then just some other little utensil things and some reusable plastic bags and just nifty kitchen tools. And then down here we have miscellaneous Tupperware, popcorn bins, popsicle molds, baking stuff, just a bunch of random goodies. So up in these cabinets, we just have a bunch of Tupperware and then also just any additional oils and hot sauce. One thing that I would recommend is if you do have quite a bit of different oils, add a Lazy Susan into your cabinet or wherever you keep them so that you can just easily access them without reaching in the back and trying to grab one and then spilling them. So this has been super helpful to have. Another great thing about Islands is the storage they provide. So we have the cabinet under the sink, the dishwasher, and then one thing we went back and forth on is if we wanted to have a pull-out trash can. So when we were designing our home, this was an addition. I want to say it was $200 or $300, which seems steep for a trash can. Like, it seems a bit extra, but I will say I love it and think it is definitely worth it. So we have trash, and then we use that canister for recycling. So we don't even put a trash bag, we just dump it into the recycling bin, and it works really well. And I thought something that we wouldn't like about it is that it's small, but it actually, well, it's easy for me to say because my husband takes out the trash, but I feel like it, you know, takes a while for it to fill up. At least right now. We don't have any kids or anything, it's just us two, so that obviously plays a factor. And then up here, this is our junk drawer, which everyone's got to have a junk drawer. Just have matches, lighter, stickers, tape measure, tape, face masks, all this stuff, birthday candles, you know, the standard junk drawer activity. And then here, I like to keep additional dish towels and rags and everything so we can just easily swap them out. And then I don't even remember what's in here. Oh, our smoothie blender. Nice and accessible because I do use that quite a bit. And then in this last little section, we have our microwave, which is on top of our oven. And we do have this one drawer, which is on the bottom of our oven. And in this drawer, we keep all of our baking sheets. So it's a perfect place for it. And on our oven, I mentioned we keep our dish rags. And this one is from Anthropologie, and I love the material of it. One problem I've kind of had with dish towels is that sometimes they are just not absorbent. I feel like I rub my hands on them and the water just kind of beads and doesn't really come off of my hands very well. So you gotta find good material dish rags. And then moving on into our dining area, we have these floating shelves, which we installed after we moved into our home. We just kind of had this blank space between our kitchen and our dining area. It was just kind of a blank wall, and I definitely knew I wanted to do something there to kind of fill up the space and make it sort of an addition to our kitchen. So I thought floating shelves would be a great option, and I ordered these wood shelves from Etsy. So they're actually custom made in New York. The owner of the Etsy shop has amazing reviews for good reason, because the quality of the product is really amazing. It's reclaimed wood, so it has that beautiful kind of old style texture and detail, and they're very, very durable, and they come with the wall brackets as well. So you just want to make sure you find a stud if you're going to install them, and if you're going to hang quite a bit of stuff on it, because you want it to be as secure as possible. And then on the floating shelves, I definitely kind of move the pieces around quite a bit, but our pothos plant pretty much is always there because I love the long vine on it. I think it's just so stunning. And then we have this little bowl, this wood bowl, which I got at a local boutique called Miscellaneous Market, and then I filled it with these little napkins that we reuse. And the banner that is above the top floating shelf, it says, "Thank you for the world so sweet, thank you for the food we eat, thank you for the birds that sing, thank you God for everything." It's an old blessing, and I just absolutely love it, and I think it's so fitting for the kitchen because you can kind of look and say that prayer each morning. So super special, and I found that at Sugar Boo Boutique, Sugar Boo & Co. I think it's called, and I'm pretty sure I found it online, so I'll link it below. And then we also have a little coffee canister. This honestly is more for show now. Now that I have my coffee grinder, I just keep some beans in here, some grinded coffee in here, so that we have this little element. And then our French press, which I use every morning to make coffee. And then on the second shelf, we have these little berry colanders, which I love. You can usually find these at Urban Outfitters, and I think these are precious, and I'll just put a few berries in at a time. We haven't purchased berries recently because they're not really in season where we are currently, but I love to stick a few berries in, put them in the fridge, and then wash a little bit at a time so that they're ready to be eaten when you're hungry for a quick snack. And then we also have these mugs from West Elm, which I think are really beautiful. Sometimes I kind of forget about them because they're over here instead of in our mug cupboard, so these don't get as much use, but they're great for when you have guests over as well because they all kind of look curated and all matchy-matchy. And I also have these woven glass cups. So it's the glass cup, but then with this pretty woven seagrass cover. And I found these at Hobby Lobby, which were such a great find because I think they were $6, but I've seen these online for, you know, over $20 each. So I'm very happy I found them at Hobby Lobby. And then I just have some white bowls from IKEA. I think I've had these since college. And then over here we have this adorable daisy colander, which this is just the cutest thing. I'm telling you, Urban Outfitters has adorable colanders. And then we always just keep lemons and limes in here, which we do go through quite frequently in our kitchen. So it's practical, but also super cute to have these fresh fruits sticking out of the colander. And then under the colander, we just have some cookbooks. And then on to the dining room, the last little section of our kitchen. So one kind of major thing we did for the space is we hired a carpenter to put in this dining bench, which I'm so happy we did this because it's great for kind of the situation we have. And I love how this little bench makes it more casual and super, super cozy. And it's great too because storage galore. We have so much storage in here. I just have a bunch of random stuff, holiday decor, all that good stuff. And I also think it's so comfortable. Whenever I sit at the dining table, I always sit in that spot on the end, just nestled in all of the pillows, which all of the pillows are from Target, I believe. Yeah, every single one is from Target. And then the placemats are from Home Goods. And then our chairs are from Lulu in Georgia. I kind of forget how to say the company name. They were quite pricey, but I really love the gray color and the woven detail. And these are actually outdoor chairs. So they should last us a very long time and, you know, be more durable with wear and tear because they are designed for the outdoors. And if we ever move or decide to kind of switch out the dining room chairs, we could potentially use these outside at an outside dining table. And our dining table is from World Market, which I love World Market home decor. They have such a great selection and their pieces are really top quality, and this dining table is no different. It's such great material and it's very durable, so I don't have to worry about people like putting their drinks on the table without coasters or any spillage. It's really kept up really, really well. And it's great too because at the end here you can actually extend it. So we have these wood table extension leaves that we can put in if we decide to extend it at either end, and we can fit a ton of people at this table, but we just normally keep it without the extension so it doesn't kind of take up too much space, but it actually fits quite nicely when we are hosting. And I just love this vase, and I've been using it to propagate a few different plant clippings, and I just love kind of the organic look of it and how they all are just growing in different directions, and you can actually see the roots, which is just such a neat thing to witness it grow. And above our island, we have these island pendants, which I love. We actually ordered these after we moved into the home, and then my husband Brandon installed them. I love how we have the gold metal, but also we have some matte black detail in the cord, so it kind of ties in with the different metals and hardware we have throughout our home. We actually have a little project on the agenda this weekend for this space. We're gonna add some window treatments to the 3 little windows we have in our dining nook, and they're the same ones that we have sprinkled throughout the house, so pretty standard, but I love the texture they add to the space and very coastal, which I love. So I'm sure we'll keep adding little things here and there, but this is our kitchen. I really hope you all enjoyed the tour. I'm really so thankful for this space and all the memories we've already made here, and excited for all that is to come. But thank you guys so much again for watching, and I cannot wait to see you super soon. Bye!